From a creator on post chain, where the tokens remain. There's a token rising up, set to ignite a flame. Darker matter is its name, a gaming token set to set the crypto world alight. With its fuel cells, mint and power, your stack is deployed into the void. With NFTs gathering dust and the jackpot calls your name. And if you're a lucky winner, you can sacrifice to get free or die forever. I am telling you, it's insane. Act Project, you'll get the keys to the game. Step into the darkness, nothing's ever gonna be the same. You've been chasing rainbows where there's no goal, but the real power's in darker matter. But the real power's in darker matter. You don't have enough darker matter. Level up your wallet and make it fatter. This game of tokens blazing on through. It's time to buy. Hold the vision, the key is in your hands. Darker matter. Dark matter. Treasure rewards getting higher. 33 or 80, you stake the claim. You don't have enough darker matter, so get in the game. The tokenomics are solid, built for the long haul. Deflationary forces on the inside. Play, man, earn, watch the space code grow. From the void of victory, let the whole chain know. No more empty plays in this crypto space. Darker matter's dropping bombs in your face. Post-chain is the chain, darker matter is the game. So grab your darker matter, futures to be won. Others will fade away when the market gets cold, but this one's forged like gold and will never get old. You don't have enough darker matter. Level up your wallet, make it fatter. This game and tokens blazing on through. It's time to buy, hold the vision, the keys in your hands. Darker matter, darker matter, darker matter, darker matter, darker matter. Darker matter. Darker matter. Darker matter. Treasure rewards getting higher. 33 or 80 days you stake a claim. You don't have enough darker matter, so get in the game. Into the void we will go, minting our fuel cells, watching them grow. The treasury shares the win. To the darker matter holders, let the games begin. Darker matter.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. Holy macaroni. We're trying to kill the bear before the bear kills us. I was listening to Spaces at work today. Shout out first of all to Cape Vigor for coming up with that sweet rap. You don't have enough darker matter. I love how like it drops about the E-die sacrifice. It's given great alpha. And then the funny thing is that it says Ag Project instead of AG Project. It's Ag Project, which I think is hilarious. But I love it. I love that one. Shout out to Cape Vigor for making these killer tunes. Maybe we'll play another one in a little bit here. But shout out to Hex T Armstrong teed me up and really stood up for our community today in Wix Spaces with Tangent and a bunch of other people. And it was, man, that space went on forever. Believe in Yourself is in the house. What's up, Believe in Yourself? Good to see you, man. Do you sleep? I see him reposting and liking everything 24 hours a day. Boy, oh boy. It's been an insane day. The price was insane. The buys and sells were insane. And the minting is especially insane. We'll go over that. I'm going to share my screen here real quick. And let's just check out the Twitteroonies. Doom scroll those Twitteroonies. Let's see here. Pulse chain will pump. This video will give you a migraine. It's crazy. Got some soccer stuff. A soccer ball match is going on, I guess. Toxic ones will surface soon. The second layup will be so violent it'll lift all the rocks these creatures hide in. Talking smack about pulse chain hexagons is just going to put you on the wrong side of history. You're a sellout. Those who believe it, those who were here know it. Look at that. That's an interesting clip. Vexicans in there. The real ticker is Hex. If you know, you know. Lotus, Bristology. Then imagine 1 million a day for 1,000 days would look like. Imagine what that would look like. Huh? What's this about?
Then imagine what $1 million a day for 1,000 or more days would look like. Imagine what 1,500 days of $1 million a day would do to the charts. I would think all the weakest hands would be completely out.
Interesting. $1 million a day for 1,000 days. Crazier things have happened in cryptos for sure. Hex looking good above 50 and 100 EMA and breaking out from a short-term trend. Channel, let's come on, old girl, let's rip. Yeah, we remember the one time when it went over a penny and then it went over 50 cents. Sign me up. Wake me up when the bear market's over. NASA is preparing to test synthetic hibernation in healthy humans, potentially paving the way for astronauts to hibernate during the mission to Mars. Sounds like a horrible plan. Gains network here. Check software version, check network, check wallet connection. Great video. Hex. Good stuff. Your friend saw me. Crypto is in the hope and disbelief phase.
Friendly reminder, we are in the hope and disbelief area of the cycle, friends, where it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You get a bit of a price rise 2 days and then it stops. So I'm just preparing you so you don't really think that we're about to popcorn spike up at any moment now, because that's how you get worn out.
All right. Your friend Sami also is a jeez Louise. He's a lurker here in the community. He's one of those quiet astronauts in the corner right there, who died from that was not safe to click. People don't know what I'm training for. Okay. It looks like a trap. Oh, be careful out there this weekend, guys. I think I saw this on one of the other ones. Check it out.
两袖清风走，一阴一阳之谓道，仔细东来。
Is this real? I mean, it looks like it's staged and like these are stunt people, but they also don't look like stunt people. That was bananas. And we definitely got a copyright strike for that one. Guess who was never monetized? Nerd girl. Wah wah. I'm demonetized. Elmo. That's funny. Grand Inquisitor Richard Hart makes a thought experiment. Does he say what he say make sense or not? And then it went up forever. Interesting. Let's check this out.
Hey guys, let's do a thought experiment. Ready?
Okay.
Ooh.
If you wanted the price to pump really hard on an asset and you knew there were some people that were going to sell, would you rather they sell lower or higher? Well, if they sell lower, they've lost their right to hurt the price later. And so if the person that they sell to has a longer time horizon, or is more likely to stake, or is more likely to stake for longer, or is such a whale, this is all game to them anyway, they might not ever need to sell anyway. Like Satoshi's never sold, at least not publicly. You know, if someone wants to sell the bottom and you know, hand their bag to someone that's better than they are, I think that's good for prices of things. So if a guy could have sold 20 times higher, so 95% drop is a 20x difference. So it takes 20x to make up a 95% drop. It takes 10x to make up a 90% drop. If someone wants to sell a 95% dump for pennies on the dollar, historically, products with product market fit, I mean, look, Amazon dropped 95% once. And after that, it just basically went up forever. Ethereum dropped 95% once. Bitcoin's dropped 85% a bunch of times. Can't really think of a better risk reward than a dip in something that has product market fit.
Product market fit. I forgot about this LED Louis Vuitton bag. It used to be glowing in the background during some of his streams. Interesting stuff. And then it went up forever. Up only. Starlink. Starlink's pretty badass. I would definitely say Starlink could. We need Starlink to sponsor us along with 5 Hour Energy and Little Caesars Pizza, Pantera, and Sesame Street. Sounds like fun. All right, so that's some good boom scroll. Let's see here. Jeez Louise. Let's check our notifications, see what's up. Oh, here we go. Believe in Yourself has already shared the stream. Thank you very much. And I want to just that explainer video at the end is fire. Oh, I'm so glad he liked it. Glad. Let's see how many views we got. We got 79 views on Has Our Season Arrived? That's pretty cool. The explainer videos, I've actually been going through and trying to edit some of those because it keeps talking about the grid. I think it went off of a light paper or white paper that was based off of older code. So I keep on having to update it and say, no, it's syncing, not like a sinking ship, but like a sinking computer. I don't know. We're going to get good quality versions of these bad boys right here. Upload videos and are located in your studio tab. Based on your latest requirements, the most current versions are the following 3 artifacts, which incorporate 100x strength boost, darker matter dividends, and syncing latency terminology. Dark matter syncing. Let's see. Dark matter and the syncing, which again, we just told them to change the spelling of syncing to SYNC, and in the title it says SINKING. Oh my gosh. I'm going to just talk to text this into Claude and then move it over. Out of credits. Are you on crack? Claude's out of credits. That's okay. I can still use the talk to text. Hey, in the title, dark matter and the syncing, you're still spelling syncing SINKING. So maybe we should fix it in the title too. There we go. We're just going to take that. I wonder if I can just do the drag thing. Oh, hell yeah. It didn't stick. No, you piece of poop. Okay, let's copy this bad boy and paste it. IND. No, it's ING. There we go. And we can get rid of it there. And it's ready for more talk to text. There we go. I apologize for that oversight. You're absolutely right. We're going to get these videos right eventually, but let's check out what it does have so far on the sinking, like a sinking ship.
All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really wild structural experiment in DeFi, known as the Anti-Gravity Project. More specifically, we're looking at its native token, Darker Matter, or DRKR for short, and a core mechanic they call the sinking. If you're fascinated by on-chain economies that literally use math to punish short-term
actually
manipulation
sinking in
and
water.
reward hardcore long-term conviction, well, you're absolutely in the right place. Let's get into it. So, what does true digital scarcity actually look like? We kind of have to start here, right? Because traditional DeFi has this massive, glaring problem: infinite inflation. You know the drill. Protocols just print reward tokens out of thin air to incentivize users, constantly diluting the supply until the value inevitably tanks. The real question is, how do you build a system where the supply is truly fixed and every single mechanic is specifically designed to defend that scarcity? Well, that is exactly what the Anti-Gravity Project is trying to solve. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, welcome to the project. Second, darker matter token scarcity. Third, surviving the sinking. Fourth,
Don't be
paths
scarcity.
of the ecosystem. And finally, the value of patience.
Section 1. Welcome to the project. It's built as a sovereign on-chain economy specifically designed to withstand bots. The big takeaway here is that this ecosystem operates entirely on Pulse Chain, and it's explicitly engineered to siphon value away from those bots and redistribute it straight to the real committed users. To get involved, you need Darker Matter, or DRKR, which is the native currency here. But you don't just sit there holding DRKR in your wallet. You actually use it to mint what they call fuel cells. You could think of a fuel cell as an ERC-721 NFT, but functionally, it's a battery. You mint one with exactly 1 DRKR, let it calibrate to the network, and then plug it directly into the grid. That's how you capture yield, either in the form of more DRKR or even eDai stablecoins. Your fuel cell is basically your all-access pass to every single yield mechanic on the grid. Moving on to Section 2. Darker Matter Token Scarcity, the immutable hard cap. Let's see how this ties in to our main focus for today. 2,222,222. The absolutely crucial point here is that this is the maximum supply of darker matter tokens that will ever exist, period. In fact, with their recent version 3 migration, the supply was minted exactly to this hard cap. There is literally zero mintable headroom left. And this cap isn't just some flimsy promise by a dev team. It's hard-coded right at the ERC20 smart contract level. Zero inflation. No admin keys hiding in the background to mint more tokens or tweak the rules. But what's really wild is that the supply actually only shrinks over time. They have this permissionless sacrifice burn mechanic. Basically, any holder can destroy their DRKR, which drops the total supply forever. And remember, not a single new token can ever be minted to replace it. Look, we all know standard DeFi is constantly plagued by bot manipulation, flash minting to game rewards, and that infinite inflation we talked about.
Okay, so really quickly, they aren't burnt forever. They're actually redistributed to the people in that round or in that jackpot or the next jackpot, depending on how you sacrifice. So they're not necessarily like destroyed or burned, which is probably something I should tell them. Put that in the notes.
But the anti-gravity project fights back with that fixed supply, a mandatory 11-day latency period, which we'll dive into in a second, and a 10% sentry tax. This tax is actually super fascinating. It's a flat 10% hit on all DRKR sales. And in version 3, it even catches those pool-to-pool arbitrage bots that try to hop through the token without buying it. And where does all that taxed value go? Straight into a stable pool to fund real EDI yield for the protocol's most loyal holders. All right, section 3, surviving the sinking, the 11-day latency period. This is a huge focus for us today because every single new participant has to go through this wait. Let's break down the timeline here. The entire protocol operates in these 11-day rounds. So step 1, you mint your fuel cell in round N. We'll call this the assembly phase. Right now, your cell is completely offline. It can't stake, it can't sacrifice, it can't claim anything. Then we hit step 2, round N+1. This is the sinking. The white paper also calls it the thermal soak. Your cell basically spends this entire 11-day round just syncing up with the grid. Finally, we get to step 3, round N+2, activation. Your fuel cell is now live, it's combat ready, and it's fully able to interact with the rest of the ecosystem. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth force users to sit on their hands for 11 whole days? Well, the syncing is actually an incredibly smart defense mechanism. It completely stops flash mint reward gaming dead in its tracks. You know, where someone mints a token, steals a round's worth of yield, and dumps it all in the exact same transaction? Yeah, that doesn't work here. A battery has to sync with the ecosystem before it can output any power. It forces every single player to have real, actual skin in the game for at least one full cycle. You serve your time, and only then does the grid provide. That brings us to section 4, paths of the ecosystem. Choose your strategy once your cell is live, because once you've survived the syncing, things get really interactive. You basically have 3 distinct strategies to choose from. First up, the loyalist. Here, you lock yourself for 180 days. Now, while you're waiting, it gathers 0 yield, so yep, another thermal soak. But once it matures, you activate it and score a massive 55x treasury weight.
100x treasury weight.
And you start earning pulse dividends in liquid DKR every single 11 days. Second option, the Void Walker. You permanently sacrifice yourself to the void. The cell is literally gone, but in exchange, you lock in a permanent slice of all
I think we actually added a caveat and a warning being like, you're not going to want to sacrifice your fuel cells until they have way more darker value.
future EDI stablecoin distributions forever. And the third option is the deplete. This is your classic cash out. You break the cell, you take 90% of your accrued DKR right to your wallet, and you walk away. But you leave behind a 10% quitter tax, which goes straight to rewarding the loyalists. To really grasp why these choices matter, we have to talk about the bloodline mechanic. Your bloodline is made up of everyone who minted their fuel cell in the exact same round as you did. But here's the catch. You guys aren't adversaries. You're actually heirs to each other. If someone in your bloodline gets cold feet, hits deplete, and cashes out, their protocol weight instantly redistributes to you and the other survivors. If they decide to go the Voidwalker route and sacrifice, all their accrued DRKR flows directly to you. So literally every weekend, every single early exit mathematically strengthens the remaining holders. And finally, Section 5, the value of patience, the trickle, stream, and flood.
let's look at how the macro economy here ultimately rewards the people who stick around. The protocol is designed to distribute a 1.5 million DRKR treasury over 3 seasons, but it is definitely not an even split. It's built on this massive FOMO curve. Season 1 is just a trickle, giving out a bit over 48,000 DRKR. Season 2 scales things up 5x into a stream. But Season 3? That is a total flood of over 1.2 million DRKR. What you really need to take away from this is the early mover edge. If you jump in during Season 1, survive your sinking, and lock in as a loyalist, you're grabbing a huge weight share at the absolute lowest cost. By the time that Season 3 flood hits, your multipliers are firing on all cylinders while the newcomers are still stuck in calibration. This entire architecture really boils down to one core ethos from the white paper. Every weak hand strengthens the strong. Every exit makes the people who stayed wealthier. Whether it's the bots getting hit by the century tax, the quitters paying their 10% penalty, or the voidwalkers donating their accrued DRKR back to their bloodline, this system routes absolutely all value away from short-term extractors and dumps it straight into the pockets of the patient participants. So, I'll leave you with this. When your 11 days sinking is finally complete and your fuel cell comes online, which path are you going to choose? Are you going to be the loyalist waiting for the flood, the voidwalker locking down real yield forever, or are you going to break your cell and feed the survivors? It's an absolutely brilliant on-chain psychological experiment, and the math guarantees that the grid never sleeps. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and keep exploring.
All right, so even though it's got a couple big things wrong, it's a pretty damn good explainer video. But it says it's fixed. It's not fixed. Or maybe there's another one here. See, it's got like the darker grid 3 paths. So these have all been kind of changed. Decoding the FOMO curve. Whew, do you guys want to watch that one? I mean, that was 8 minutes already, and I could probably speed it up, but I don't want to bore you guys to death. We're just chilling here. We got 22 people hanging out. We got Jonathan Kampala, my brother from another mother. Yo. We have Red Squirrel in the house with those eyes. What's up, Red Squirrel? Thanks for peeping in. And then, of course, everyone just says hello, 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 hello. Yeah, as long as you have it, it feels like magic. But if you vaporize it, that'd be tragic. I mean, I don't have the rhyming, but do I sleep? I do. But when is subject to change depending on who's online. I don't think Tangent sleeps either, because Tangent's always going there. Morning, he says. Good morning. How's the coffee? How's the coffee this morning, Red Squirrel? How's the coffee? Yeah, I'm gonna play this just mostly for a replay gang. If you guys really don't want to see this, I won't do it, but I'll already be playing it by the time you put that in chat. So decoding the FOMO curve. Let's check that one out. That one's only 5 minutes.
All right, welcome back to another explainer. Today we're diving deep into the technical architecture of the darker grid over on Pulse Chain. We're going to map out exactly how their sovereign economy scales its rewards. It's essentially the mechanics of anticipation, how this protocol uses absolute scarcity and a heavily engineered payout structure to build immense long-term value. Let's just get right into it. So here's our roadmap. First, the absolute hard cap, then trickle, stream, and flood dynamics. After that, the 22-round linear ramp, the early mover edge, and finally, permanent token versus seasonal grid mechanics. Starting us off with part 1, the absolute hard cap. To really understand any economy, you got to establish its absolute boundaries first, right? Well, for the DRKR token, that boundary is completely immutable. The magic number is exactly 2,222,222 tokens. That's it. That is the hard cap enforced right at the ERC20 mint level. No future inflation, no admin keys, no governance votes changing the rules. The V3 migration landed exactly on this cap, which means the supply is entirely minted out, period. Now, because literally no new tokens can ever be printed, all future yield have to come from somewhere, right? That somewhere is a massive pre-allocated 1.5 million DRKR treasury bucket. While roughly 33% of the supply sits with migrated holders and liquidity pools, that remaining 67% is locked away in the treasury. This bucket acts as the sole fuel for the entire multi-season economy. Okay, moving on to part 2, trickle, stream, and flood. What's actually wild about this is how that 1.5 million treasury isn't just, handed out evenly. It is meticulously engineered into what the white paper calls the FOMO curve. We're talking about a 5x exponential scaling. Season 1 is just a trickle, roughly 48,000 tokens. But by season 2, that trickle becomes a stream, multiplying 5x to over 241,000. And season 3, boom, a massive flood of 1.2 million DRKR. The protocol deliberately concentrates its wealth at the very end of the roadmap to heavily backload those rewards. You can actually play around with this exact growth curve yourself. There's an interactive tool right in the project's white paper documentation. Visualizing that literal hockey stick trajectory go from a tiny trickle to a giant flood really drives the point home. Patience is absolutely the highest paying behavior on the grid. Which brings us to part 3, the 22-round linear ramp. Let's zoom in to a single 242-day season for a second. It's not just the overarching seasons that scale. The individual rounds do too. Within Season 1's 22 rounds, each lasting exactly 11 days, by the way, the payout is a strict linear ramp. It climbs steadily from just 733 DKRS distributed in round 1 all the way up to over 3,600 by round 22. This basically means that even on a micro level, rewards are heavily backloaded. If you mint in those early rounds, you're paying the lowest cost to grab the largest share of a small pool. But as the rounds progress and those payouts get much heavier, the cost to capture a meaningful share shoots up significantly. All right, part 4, the early mover edge. This whole architectural setup creates what the white paper identifies as the early mover edge. It is the ultimate separator between your casual players and the whales. Think about it for a second. A Season 1 participant gets to use this quiet, low-yield trickle phase to cheaply calibrate their positions and really master the grid mechanics. Contrast that with someone who waits for the massive 1.2 million token flood in Season 3. They show up to a feeding frenzy, but they're starting entirely from scratch, while others are already supercharged. So here is the exact playbook to maximize that edge during Season 1. Step 1, you pay exactly 1 DRKR to mint a fuel cell. Step 2, you sit patiently through a mandatory 11-day thermal soak calibration, which actually yields 0 rewards. Step 3, lock that cell for 180 days. Once matured, you achieve this massive 55x supercharged weight. And while you're waiting, you are literally absorbing the 10% taxes left behind by weak hands who decide to quit early. By the time Season 3 rolls around, you are perfectly positioned with maximum treasury weight right as the floodgates open. And finally, part 5, permanent token, seasonal grid. For this last section, it is absolutely crucial to distinguish between what resets in this ecosystem and what is completely permanent. Look, while the smart contracts, the mechanics, and those fuel cell NFTs will require a fresh mint for Seasons 2 and 3, your DRKR token holdings are forever. That 2.22 million supply cap carries over permanently across all seasons. There's no reset there. And thanks to protocol burns, that supply only ever shrinks. Now, here is where it gets really interesting, because your actions have permanent echoes. If you lock a fuel cell into the void during Season 1, which is a sacrifice vault, the NFT is permanently burned, but it becomes a quote-unquote ghost on the grid. This ghost holds its weight on-chain and actually generates real external eDAI stablecoin yield for you forever, funded entirely by protocol taxes. Your early commitment literally pays you in stablecoins through Season 2, Season 3, and beyond. As we wrap up this explainer, I'm going to leave you with this one final thought to ponder. What exactly happens when a permanently deflationary token cap collides head-on with an exponentially escalating reward curve? If the DRKR supply is constantly shrinking from sacrifices, and the yield is about to multiply 25 times over by the Season 3 flood, you are looking at a highly explosive economic environment. The grid never sleeps, and the math heavily favors those who wake up early. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. I'll catch you next time.
Wow, that one, the end part's really good. It's missing a couple
All
of
right,
things,
welcome back
but
to another explainer.
interesting. I almost want to download that one and share it before fixing it. We'll fix all these because we got time. But you guys are seeing it right now, which is cool. Coffee is good. Work is bad. Work is gonna kill us, bro. Work is gonna kill us. I spent 11 hours dry cleaning carpets. If you guys don't know, there's wet clean and there's dry clean for carpets. And wet clean is hot water extraction, where you have the really hot pressure washer basically, and the vacuum at the same time built into a wand, so it's shooting hot water and sucking it back out. and that's called hot water extraction. And that one is physically demanding. You are running the hoses everywhere. But the dry clean is a different animal, and I did at least 11 hours of that today. And it's a very heavy machine that's spraying on an encapsulant that encapsulates the dirt into, something that can be vacuumed later. It just basically pulls the garbage out. It doesn't do as good as hot water extraction, but it's this very heavy machine that you have to continue filling with water and encapsulant. And oh my gosh, the amount of area that I've covered today is just, my body is not happy with it. Work is bad, and we're either going to kill this bear market or it's going to kill us. And I wanted to shout out myself and Grok for this great get bear rich or die trying. I tried to say kill the bear or die trying, and it wouldn't let me write kill the bear, but it did make this really cool 50-cent bear with G unit and some coins and some money here. So that's our thumbnail, which I think is pretty damn funny. Oh my gosh. Let's jump into Nexabot. This is a trading bot that you can put into a vault that's not on a hot wallet. That's pretty cool. Wix Picks. There's just insane amount of stuff that's being built over here, mostly working on UI, AI. Here's the address here. And I believe that your Wix tokens give you access to things like right here, the Continental Lobby members only. So the high table right here is 262 tokens, 100 wealthiest pulse chain wallets, snapshot, Quattro Cinco of WIC. So 55,550 WIC. If you connect that, holding that, the door opens automatically. These are community perks. Hold WIC to access, don't hold the coin yet. Get WIC below. And then hotel staff and assassin entry. Operators get straight in with the access token. Paste it here, open the deep link provided. I don't know about that. Need a coin? Get WIC. Crazy stuff here. Live calls. These are DGen calls, or people that are trying to gamble and beat everyone to the punch, beat them to the buy, beat them to the sell. And then if you go to just these sites, WIC sites, it's ridiculous. It's like all this stuff going on. Now, does the WIC world work again? No, it's not working. Dang it. But yeah, there's so many insane things they put together here. All right, here we go. Rings of Dust. I have not gotten back to chapter 22 yet. I've been working a lot of hours this weekend. I hope to remedy that by getting a lot of sleep and also reading Rings of Dust and really tying this book in together to get a lot more reviews before we take this to 11 Labs and make an immersive audiobook, hopefully with different character voices, music, sounds. It could be quite entertaining, I'm sure. If you guys want to be good boys or good girls, the two of you that are in here, go to drdoge.net, follow the steps, set up your folding at home client right here, connect your wallet, and then it actually has like a team, and then you get a pass key and you put that in here, and then you mine, and basically you're folding proteins or simulating folding proteins for medical research for stuff like cancer and Alzheimer's. And this is Richard Hart's original idea for a token was this token, and then Dr. Doge created it, and we're just waiting for RH to catch up and tell him good job, or just say I think since it's a dog it should be good boy. He should just pat their head and say good boy. We got some 0x Bistro that was sitting at $1.33 over here. Right now it's at $1.50. So that's all in the money. No one's touched it. You could buy a part or all of this right here. And yeah, that's very interesting. The cheapest way to buy this is with stable tokens. So I would say use maybe DAI where you're actually getting it for $1.20, or USDL where you're getting for $1.20. Again, the price right now on the market is $150. It's been as high as how high did it go today? We'll find that out in a second. But yeah, 0x Bistro over the counter. Good deals over there. NexionPulse.com. Shout out to Lef, one of the most thorough Solidity devs that I've ever worked with. He catches things that other people and AI don't even think to check. And he's built up quite this thing. He's built some more protocols as well, but this one right here has a whole universe here. It's got an airdropper, liquid locker, create a dApp, create a farm, create a sell, create a token, and then you got staking, liquidity, and vaults. I mean, right now you could get 45% APY on USDC and Pulse. Dang. 43% on Wrap, Pulse, and DAI. That's a crazy yield for one of those being a stable token. Wow. Jeez Louise, kids. Interesting. Yeah, so much cool stuff here. You can check it out. Let's go to the price charts. Pink Miss Well is doing some insanity over here. It's up to $37 for a million. And it may go as high as... Oh, this is priced in Pulse. Let's go to USDC. $37. Okay, so it's $37 for a million, and it could go as high as its all-time high was $415 for a million. And I think these buys down here are people that are recognizing that. Actuator is up 1%. PulseX is up 7%. Wrap Pulse is up almost 3%. Dr. Doge is up 2 or 3%, depending on which pair you're checking. Congratulations, Dr. Doge. Pink Miss Well is up 16%. Just, nothing to see over here, kids. Just a token that's basically 96% wrapped up. Just like 4% of actual supply. Nothing big. Just keep moving. Hex is up 4%. Way to go, little buddy. Gone from we're way past a penny. Look at that. Way to go, kid. Proud of you. Proud of you. Keep going. This liquidity is kind of silly. However, we're at 169 over here on that. The all-time high on this chart on Darker and Wrap Pulse was about $5. It went up and tapped $5 when things were going crazy, and liquidity is still insanely low on that pair. But the Darker DAI pair, this one has 1.4K liquidity, and it's very interesting to see it hang on to these gains after the Rassler candle right here. Rassler candle. This has been confirmed. It's no longer hearsay. I have seen a picture of this person with a alligator skin behind them. I don't think it's crocodile. It might be. I think it's alligator skin. And yeah. Not only did he wrestle that alligator, apparently he killed it. It didn't tap out. It should have tapped out. But this is crazy. The Rassler candle. Beautiful. Boom, boom. 155. Interesting price. It was 15555 when I checked it earlier, and I was like, that must be a sign. Let's see here. Exterminator and Darker's got like $30, $40 in it. Not sure what this coin does other than pair a little bit of liquidity to darker. See here, darker and PulseX sitting at 4.4K liquidity. That's pretty good. And it's $1.50 over here. And then darker and Hex has 3.6K liquidity. That's nice. And that one's sitting at 150. See here, actuator. Got a nice little bump today. That looks great. Yeah, they tried to put it back down and it was like, nope, I'm going up. It's got $200 of liquidity and it's sitting at $1.64 over here. Darker nuts. Here, darker nuts are about $500 of liquidity there, and darker's kind of like hanging out after this jump, and darker's at $1.68 over here. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Gelato had a good day, 10% up. Way to go, homie. Way to go, homie. Again, another just try to dump and then a snap back up. We'd love to see that. And darker's at $1.62 over here. Beautiful. Neon and Pulse. Neon is up 4% today. It's going back up out of this big dip. And if it clears this resistance up here, it's kind of blue skies till 0012 or possibly, the top up here at 0042. Keep an eye on that one, boys and girls. Darker and ProveX, a little bit of liquidity over here. It's at $1.66. Oh, 1666. Crazy. Morbius and Pulse is up 1.28% today, and it's down 1% on the Hex pair. Wick, green wicks right here. That's looking pretty healthy right there. It's definitely cleared this level of resistance, and now it might hit this one up here at 0091 or up 1.3 cents. Wow. Good stuff. Rings of Dust. You can listen to me read the book all the way up to chapter 21 right now on YouTube on our playlist. Old Bam Bitcoin, what you gonna do? Old Bam Bitcoin is almost up to 64K again. And his little sister Ethereum is at 1843, looking healthy, looking good. Well, not on the 6-month chart, but on the 1-month chart, hell yeah. On the 5-day chart, that is very interesting buying pressure right there, isn't it? Almost super manipulated. And that's why I think it's going to go up, because I think it's been manipulated to the downside for several years. And now it can be manipulated to the upside once the elites get their hands on it. I explained Bitcoin and Ethereum like this to a friend the other day. I said, Bitcoin is the coin that all the banks and governments own because they print money and they buy it because it's a scarce asset compared to fiat. And then I said the people that run the banks and the governments are buying Ethereum. So, yeah, a little rabbit hole there, a little tinfoil. Help you sleep tonight. This is the Keeper bot. He's been converting the darker to EDI, and then also look set round winners. That's it. Doing the jackpot on darker. Would love to see that. Let's see. Has it got enough pulse? Yeah, it's got $14 of pulse right now. It's good. It's good. It's chilling. Chilling. Oh, kids. We have more than 71 holders, but we have some people that have staked everything, so it's not showing them and 201,000 of the 300,000, I believe. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 320,000 fuel. What? That's insane. That's way too many. And you got the 333s at 22. You'll notice that the 55, 555, the 55s, that one is disappearing. Let's see where it is right now. I don't see it here. But my guess is that it's staking all 55,000 for 180 days, just like the 99999 state. Yeah, interesting. So we have roughly, I would say we have like 80 stakers. I would ask Claude, but I'm out of credits as usual. But we have 744 holders of Darker, and most of that, 90% of it, is held by 3 smart contracts, the mystery box, and 1 whale. 90% of it. I don't know who the hell is minting though. Check this. Who's been minting? Minting is off the charts. Minting is. You guys need to settle down. That minting is insane. Absolutely insane. Let's see here. We got those big boys. We got this person right here. I don't recognize this address. This is an interesting address, and it has 12,000 NFTs. This address is a ride or die, sitting at 12,000. It's nice. This address, I don't recognize that address, and it's got 8,000 fuel cells, not just Darker. Like these are all committed to being loss leader. Like they're not going to make any Darker back for a little bit, especially if they stake. This one I don't recognize. It's got 1,000 in it. Don't know who that is. I mean, crazy. There's some real heavy hitters coming in here. Shout out to Rings of Dust. So we just need to double these holders of the NFTs, and we will be sitting very pretty, I believe. All right, here's the portfolio from Squirrel Swap. It'll show you your tokens, your LPs, your NFTs, your DeFi. It'll show you your actuator farming right there. It'll show you your Dr. Doge payouts. Very cool, very cool. And then, of course, to show you your transactions history. Let's check our liquidity here. I think it should still be around 29 grand. It's at 32. Well, holy shit. Is it 32 grand? Okay. That's cool. 32 grand of liquidity, up from a strong $50 on day 1 and 2 when we had some people in our Telegram being like, you guys are going to get destroyed. And we're like, oh, okay. And then we were not destroyed. A lot of community LP is being provided over here. And then, of course, the mystery box throwing some liquidity in there to grease the wheels. Man, that is insane. And it shows you the price on each of these pairs. If you view the top holders, like I said, those top 5 addresses, 3 of which are smart contracts, hold 90% of it. And then the next person, if you just go down to these people that own less than 1,000 right here, 98% of the entire token supply is held by 48 wallets that own over 1,000 each. If you own under 1,000, there's only 2% that own less than 1,000 Darker. This is kind of why we tell you guys you don't have enough Darker, you don't have enough fuel cells. Bananas. Have you tried my Claude boardroom method out yet, Max? No, I have not. I am way too lazy. I have 5 or 6 minutes where I yell at Claude, and then I go to bed. Then I wake up and I yell at Claude and I go to work. Howdy, what's up, Steve Stash? Hanging out nice and late. Hex still needs to lose another 0 to be a penny. Huh? Oh, maybe Hex on Ethereum. Let's double check this. What the hell? Wait, Hex on Pulse is 1/10 of a penny right now? After our little pumpy pumps? Wait, no. Oh my gosh. Our Hex is still worthless, folks. Just touch grass, learn a hobby. Crazy. Thank you for pointing that out, Jonathan Kampala. I do not know what a penny looks like. Howdy, Steve Stash. I have staked and minted everything. Going to start buying soon. Oh, goodness. Good night, Max and crew. See you later. Good night. Believe in yourselves. Have a great night. Yes, I would know because I have been buying it for months and months. You're buying just the craziest. I think, in my opinion, my humble opinion from someone who cleans carpets for a living, let's be honest, folks. Yeah, buying Hex right now, it's literally, it's a time machine. It's insane. I remember it being in the adoption amplifier with maybe a couple more zeros. And that seems like 100 years ago. All right, let's do this. Let's go to agproject.io right here. And you'll notice some updates to the site. Excuse me. What the hell? The void is supposed to be. Let me do a hard refresh. Yeah, the void is supposed to also be with the same gradient and project colors. But here's our home screen, buck 5551. I got 600 darker in this wallet. Gas is cheap, 396. Let's jump on it. Let's go how to play. Mint. Let's mint 100 of these bad boys. Mint 100. And then I'm going to put this to ape so that it's faster. 22 cents. We're going to pay 22 cents to mint 100 NFTs. So we mint, we farm, and we get paid. There we go. Congratulations. We got another 100 minted, which means let's go to Fuel Cell Farms. We are trying to simplify this with Claude's help. And every time we're about to make another change, I run out of credits. It's very convenient. And then I always have to wait till like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning to start working again, which of course I don't because it's 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and I still have kind of a job. So we are working on restructuring this a little bit. But if you just go to my bags, or I mean, they all take you to the same place right now, basically. And you just hover over these right here. It'll show you the dates of the start date and the end date of each of the rounds. Even you son of a bitch. You son of a bit. Okay, forget this. We're going to show you guys the preview version. This is what should be live, but it's not live right now on Fuel Cell Farms. Yeah, pretty soon you should be able to hover over the future ones as well. See the beginning date and end date. And then we can just use this to put those smiley faces on our chart to see where the jackpot payouts are going to be. So yeah, we would farm here. If we go back to stake and sacrifice, we can choose a round right here. Then we can say manage NFTs, and then we can stake it for whatever we want to stake it for. Or we can even, where's deplete? It must be down there. Like maybe we have to choose these ones right here. Yeah, so if I chose all 18 of these, I could end the stake. Oh no, it's having me actually sign another one, but that doesn't make sense. Anyways, yeah, this is where you go to stake them right there. And then of course you go to get paid. 77 NFTs are going to walk with 1,332 dark, which is about, how much is that? I thought it was about, let me double check. Let me use my handy dandy calculator here. Yeah, it's almost $2,000. About $2,000. 77 NFTs are going to be given about $2,000 of darker in 7 days, 12 hours. If the price stays at $1.50, oh, now we're at $1.57. You see, this is why people are getting priced out. People are like thought they could sit around and buy 20 and 30 cent dark just for the next year of the bear market, and they're like, oh no. I talked to someone sent me a message saying, I felt, I bought all this darker at like 35 cents, 40 cents. And now I'm paying $1.50 and it feels so expensive. And I'm like, oh, you are new to crypto. Yeah, this stuff pumps harder than you think it can. It stays higher. It goes higher than you think it can. It stays higher longer than you think it can. It goes lower than you think it can, and it stays there much longer than you think it can. Crypto does whatever it wants. It's the honey badger of finance instruments. So yeah, 77 winners here. And oh, that's what I was going to show you. Fuel Cell Farms. We have 500 minted for round 4, but there's 42,000 mints, almost 42,500 mints. I did not think it would be this high. I thought, 150, sure, it's the first mint, people go heavy. Then 65, great, it's dropping off. And then I thought it would go to 30 in round 3. It almost hit 60K again. And I thought, oh, okay, well, now it'll drop to like 30K. Nope. You guys are insane. You guys are crazy. Absolutely nuts. Over 2/3 is staked right now, it looks like. Well, no, 202 out of about 66% staked. There's $700 we've stolen from bots, stole back from bots, and added to the EDI treasury, which we'll get to in a second. And there's 13.9% circulating, which is crazy. It was down to 13.7. So I'm wondering where that extra circulating supply came from. Yep. Crazy. All right, get paid. Get paid, baby. Let's get paid. We went through the jackpot. Let's go clean EDI. As you can see, we did one sacrifice to the void in round 1, and we have been collecting EDI ever since. I think the first payout was like $33. Then we got $10 after that. Here's another $3. So even though we minted 1,000 at like 35 cents, I think it was back then. So it was like $300. We've gotten about 10% of that back in EDI cash already, which is bananas. We're going to claim the EDI. What in the world? Oh, yeah, I'm on this sandbox one. I'm not on the real one. Let me go back to the real one. We'll go to EDI, claim EDI. There we go. There's our $3.15. We're going to claim that. Boom, sign. Going to cost us 44 pulse. Boom. Passive income hits different. It sure do. It sure do. Let's go over to, now that we've got money burning a hole in our pocket, let's go over here to Squirrel Swap right here. We're going to go to, not liquidity, not documentation. We're going to go to trade. And we're going to swap. We're going to take that $3 of EDI right there. Oh, man, we have $8 of EDI. Whoa. That's insane. $8 of EDI will get us $8.10 of nuts. Let's get 63,000 nuts here. Here we go. Continue. Wallet. Sign. Close. All right. So it's routing it through 9mm V3. and Pulse XV2 and Pulse XV1 and 9i stable. Okay. So I don't know if we'll see it here on the chart, but there you go. We now have more nuts than we did a second ago. Way to go. Way to go, team. Yeah, and then the last way to get paid, of course, is the 180-day bonus pool, which nobody is going to qualify for another 165 days. There should be a countdown right here. There it is, 165 days, 13 hours. This is just going to snowball. Just going to snowball. It's insane. Insane tokenomics. So insane you need an explainer video or 8. Yeah, but we're here for it, man. This is good. It's a good time. Let's check out the. I don't want to join for free. I don't want ads, and I don't want to join for free. SATA X. Anyways, Bitcoin dominance here, which is locked out the screen. I'll just refresh it. I'm sure TradingView won't notice. Bitcoin dominance is sitting on this cliff, this precipice right here. And we're hoping to see this piece of poo drop hard. I would love to see it break this previous bottom right here back in 2018 of 35%. It would be great to see it down to like 30% or 28%. That'd be a lot of economic energy, people looking for the next hot thing instead of just sitting in old man Bitcoin. Crazy. Let's do this. Also Vault 369 is open. If you guys want to go use ProveX as collateral, that's pretty cool. Let's go to Mobius here. I want to play some blackjack. Let's play some blackjack, kids. You can go to Mobius.io. These are a fraction of a penny. We have 1 million, which is it says I have 0, but I think I need to connect my wallet over here. Where the hell's my wallet? Deposit, withdraw, bronze, blah, blah, blah. No. Yeah, there we go. No, unranked. You're 10,000 Mobius from bronze. That's 12% back on every losing bet. So you get paid on some losing bets over here. That sounds like something that DGen crypto guys should really get into, because they are great at losing money. I'm going to refresh this and see if it has a connect. Where the hell is the connect wallet button? I saw it over here earlier, and I think it's reading my site, and I have 1 million in here. The vault's got 327 million. Holy cow. Weekly drop. Morbius top 3 win every Sunday. Your entry 1,000 Morbius wagered to your next entry. Where in the ball sack is the connect button here? Dashboard, deposit. No, I don't. I've got 1 million Pulse, but I should have 1 million Morbius on here. Deposit, blackjack, poker, blackjack, seat on, shuffling deck. Okay, shuffle the deck. All right, who are we going to play with? Are we going to play on this table right here? Welcome to blackjack. Deposit Morbius to play. We have Morbius. We have 1 million Morbius. Here we go. Play, sound on, home, in wallet. See this guy? I got 1 million in wallet. And it says play balance. So do I have to move it to my play balance? What's going on here? Amount. Okay. Oh, I think. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to, let's see, 100. No, I don't want to bet 100. Wait, what's the minimum? Tip 2,000. Pitbull, high roller. Actually, look, we're going to go to change table real quick and look at all these crazy ones right here. I say we go play on the Dr. Doge table. Hell yeah. There we go. Now we're at the Dr. Doge table, being a good boy and saving humanity. I think 100 is like the lowest you can do. Let's see if we do half. Yeah, half. We'll try 25 because I know what I'm doing. I am a professional. So we're actually going to go down to 6, 3, 1. We're gonna bet 1. No, that's kind of boring. Let's start at 100 and we'll just martingale. We'll just double down whenever. Okay, perfect players. Oh, look at this. There's feel really high class right now. This is gonna put me to sleep. And we're copyright struck. Okay, I really do dig this music. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down though a little bit. So it's background noise, but not background music, not. Oh, I wonder if I can use the arrow here. There we go, yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Let me know if it's too loud for you homies. Provably fair. Hit, deal, stand, split. Oh, you can only double down a few times. The minimum is 100, maximum is 500. That, it really kicks you in the dick if you're trying to martingale. But that's okay. We're just really good at this stuff. High roller 2 about this table. I don't know how to use my stuff in my wallet. This is insane. Maybe I have to like move it over there. Here, look. Here's this right here. Deposit, withdrawal history, Morbius. There we go. Deposit it. Like available, maximum, approve Morbius, approve unlimited. That's what we had to do. There we go. Sign. We got 37 pulse to give this approval. There we go. Just like with minting NFTs and staking them, you got to give it permission. All right, let's deposit it now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we're about to go crazy. Sign another transaction. 27 pulse. Peanuts, baby. Here we go. Find the cyan diamond. Oh, that one right there. Oh, this is a game. I thought this was like a CAPTCHA. But we have 0 of 3 confirmations waiting to deposit the Morbius into our account and give it permission so we can start gambling like a good degen. I'm going to go back and check your comments, see if this music's too loud or if you guys are even here. You guys are probably gone to sleep. The mints for round 4 just might beat round 3. No way. No way. Well, shit. Yeah, they could. If I'm thinking about it, they could. All right. Yeah, because Pink Misspell could show up at any moment. And 95,000. Just got done with a brutal module. That sucks. Congratulations for getting done with it. Ho mofos. Look how smooth that trade was. Whoever built that app must be extremely handsome. Are you talking about Morbius or are you talking about the trade? Oh, the trade, yeah, of course. All right, we got 1 million of these bad boys. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, deposit successful. Here we go. Now we can hit, right? Deal. All right, we got 14 against the 8. That sucks. We're gonna have to hit and hope that it's small. Please give us like a 4, please. You son of a bitch.
Dealer wins.
Yeah, the dealer did win. Okay, we're gonna go with 200. This is called revenge gambling. It always works. We got 20 against probably 20, and so I would love to split these, but we're just gonna hold that one. So we're gonna stand right there. Yeah, bitch. Monkey.
The player wins.
All right. I'm happy now. Let's go back to our original bet right here. Oh, this is crazy. It shows you your ROI and stuff. It's crazy. Okay. Oh, I'm adding to all this. I do not want to add all this. Let's clear it and start back at 100. Okay, 16 against 10. That's pretty horrible. We're kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't. So we're going to hit and say, please give us a 4. Hell yeah. See, it's because I said please. Now we're going to stand, obviously, 20 against 20. 16. Monkey, monkey, monkey.
Great job,
Oh,
player. You win.
I did win, but you got pretty damn lucky too. All right, let's deal again. 16 against 10. Again, okay, please, another 4. Gosh, oh, they gave us the monkey and they got
Dealer
19.
wins.
Oh, well, it's time to revenge gamble. 200. 11 against a 5. Oh, this is classic. This is perfect. Double down strategy. Double down, you get 1 card. You're hoping it's a 10. And he's at a 5, so you're hoping he gets 2 10s and busts. So we're going to double this bad boy. Double down on that. 400. We got 16. That's not good at all. 19.
Dealer wins.
That's horseshit. Oh, we just lost 400. I want a revenge trade, like 800, but I can't. All I can do is max, which is 500. Damn it. Okay, 5. Got it. 5 or 15 against 10. Of course, we got to hit. It's safe to hit on with an ace. 15. Damn it. Oh, we got to hit again. 20. Okay. We will stand at 20. That's not bad. 17. Okay,
You
finally.
won.
We did. We won, but we just lost 400. So condescending. Here we go. Let's clear it and go back to 100. Look at this win rate, this wave we got going on here. Oh, and holy shit, there is a ticker at the bottom with prices, and here's Wick, which is almost a penny. Huh. Up 17%. Let's see if we can find our friend Darker on here. You got Hex, you got Pew Pew. Pulse X is up, Hex is up, Ink is down. Weird. Rat Pulse. Morbius is up. Look at that. Time Token up. PSSH. Float T. Liberty. Is it a penny? Pitbull Zap. Rich. Dark Pepe. Curve. I want to see. We might have to pay them. We might have to pay them to get our symbol on here because we're back at Peacock and Wick. Neon would also be pretty sexy over there. OTR. Okay, sorry. I'm distracted. Let's start again. Let's deal with 100. 12.
Dealer has blackjack.
Well, that's great. All right, we're gonna double it down because the dealer had a blackjack. Let's just go to 300. Let's get a little reckless. 20 against 9. That's good. We're gonna stand on that one. Monkey.
Dealer wins.
Okay, just calm yourself, Max. You can do this. Just deep breaths. That was horseshit. Okay, deal. 17 against an ace. That's kind of. Hopefully they don't have blackjack. Let's stand on that one. So I mean, it's not many cards we can get.
Dealer wins.
We're on 500 again. We're just gonna go 500 until we're happy. All right, 10 against 5. Again, this is where we want to double down. Wait, last time we doubled. What the fudge? It's not letting me double down or split. I mean, I should technically. I mean, split is not a good idea here, but it should let me. It should definitely let me double down on a 10. Garbage. 12. Garbage. 15. Garbage. 19. If this son of a bitch does not monkey at 25 and bust, I'm going to call up Fire Kyle and I'm going to be like, hey, your casino sucks. I love how upset I am right now. And this is all free money. Kind enough for Fire Kyle sent me some money after our stream, after our spaces. And I was like, dude, I love gambling. Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to stand on that one. 10 and another 10. Bullshit.
You won.
I know I won, but you should have busted. Oh. Where am I at now? Am I up or down? I'm down 200. Jeez Louise, let's just stay at 500. We got to walk away with it. Oh. Okay, so what we want right here is a 6. Give us a 6, please. That is not a 6, you son of a bitch. 6, please. Thank you. See how I said please after bitch? Manners matter. We're going to stand there, and if it gets 21, I'm going to throw something. 12, 15, 23.
And the
nice.
player wins.
Player wins. Hell yeah. All right, we're up. We're up 300 Morbius, which is, I think it's like 2 cents. We're killing it, kids. This is how you get rich. Forget crypto, forget investing, forget scrubbing carpets. This is what we're going to do from now on. We're just going to place. I wish I had my chat over here on the screen so I could read them. I'm going to jump back here, see what's going on. Only 15,000 away. That'd be insane. Over a week left to mint. It's going to happen, maybe. It might happen. We might have more winners being drawn in this round than the previous one, which is something I actually really never thought we would see happen on this version on Darker Matter. How's the music? Music too loud? Are you guys digging that? All right, let's do like 5 more hands at the max bet of 500 and see if we can get lucky, because we've gotten a little lucky, but not lucky enough. So let's hit deal 12. Oh, geez Louise. Hit that baby. Bust. You.
Dealer wins.
Oh. All right, that was 1 down. Yeah, I know. I've got to put more money up. $500. Or sorry, 500 Morbius. We have a 10 against a 10, and it's not letting me double. This drives me insane. Not that I would really want to double against a 10, but we're definitely going to hit 16, huh? We're just going to stand and hope that they get a 6 and a 10 or something like that. And of course, they get a 20. Yeah, that's another $500. This is round number 3 of 5. 8 against 10. We're going to hit that. 15, seriously? 15? All right, give me another tiny one. Not that tiny. Like, okay, 17 against 10. We're going to stand on 17 and see if we can get lucky. No, we are not going to lucky. Oh, man. Okay, this is 4 of 5. 14 against 7. That is a garbage hand. Because basically you're figuring that you're going to bust and he's going to get 17. But we're going to have to hit. Oh my gosh. 16. Still not good. But, I mean, we could have hit another card, but we're almost definitely going to bust. So we're going to stand. This is the 17 we were waiting for. That's great. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the last hand at max. You can see we're just plummeting. Oh my gosh, we're down in the 6 digits instead of the 7 that we started with. Oh. Okay. I gotta pop my neck. Probably go get some carbs after this to eat my feelings. Deal. 17 against 10. That is garbage. We kind of have to hit and hope that we get a tiny card. We do not get a tiny card. I mean, actually. All right, kids. If this had this had 100,000 on it, I would start betting 100,000, just going for it. Anyways, no, this is fun. Shout out to Dr. Doge for just being a great table and a great project. At least I'm doing better at mining Dr. Doge than I am at blackjack right here. But yeah, we'll pause that. Shout out to Morbius. That is fun. We should play this more often. It is aggravating and triggering, but nothing like Claude. Okay. So let's go out on actually let's see if there's any other good explainer videos we can check out here. Darker grid strategies. I think that's the same thing as the 4 ways, the 3 paths. Darker grid, decoding that, decoding the FOMO curve. That one's really good. Decoding the darker grid. Darker grid strat. I'm not a darker mid fan. Like there is the grid in the book, but it's not a big deal. Cool. So past my bedtime. I haven't even taken my night vitamins. It's, oh my gosh, it's so late here. I'm going to take my vitamins. I'm going to lay in bed listening to music for at least a half an hour. Blah. You know what, though? It was worth it because we got to spend quality time together, losing money and yelling at an app. So, yeah, let's go out on some music here. Where does Morbius get the randomness? That's a great question. I should ask him. I should go here, and then I should go to chat, and I should click on Mr. HC Vibe sent a post. What vibe did you send? Oh, this is a pit something simp omega ethos emit radon X OTR Fink. See you next Tuesday. Pulse chain. Jeez Louise. Ricardo Corazon, which is insane because Ricardo Corazon is the name of heavy hitter in our freaking book. I know it's just the Spanish version of Richard Hart, but we thought we were pretty damn smart. Let's see here. Far call. Here we go. I'm not going to type it out. I'm going to say it. Where do you get your randomness for the casino? There we go. Enter. And he might be. I didn't know that made a sound. That makes a sound. Sound like a low-grade fart. Huh. Kill the bear or die trying. Thank you, Mario, for reposting them. Thank you very much. He follows us. Pulse chain. Make you billionaire. Hex made you millionaire. This guy's into that. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you very much. Some likes for Kill the Bear Die. So am I guessing? Am I thinking that Dr. Doge is in the community right now, watching us play blackjack on his table and lose? I mean, we lost a lot of money. We lost Chimney Christmas. We are down 2,200 Morbius, which at today's price is it was like 5 zeros and a 2. Is it not on? Here it is. There's a ticker. Yeah, it's moving so fast. I think it's 4026. So times 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 6. Yeah, we lost almost 6 cents. It's going to take us a week of mining Dr. Doge token to recoup this loss. You are true badass, Max. So glad to know you, brother. Thank you very much. Great question, Red Squirrel. Yep, because Red Squirrel is the guy that did the random number generator. Buy him a beer. Go to squirrels.pro. Scroll to the bottom if you need to copy this right here. Oh, I did. There's a copy button, and I just did it the hard way. Oh, that's funny. It's funny. It's late. It's late. Buy him a beer right here. Send money. He loves nuts. He loves stable coins. He loves everything in Pulse Chain. He loves Darker. You can send him Darker. Now. Anyways, you guys are awesome. I'm going to choose a song to go out on. That's the explainer video from yesterday. Let's choose a music video. I like the Void because in about 8 days we're going to see if people put their money in the Void again. So remember, you guys matter. What you do matters. You're very important people. You're a very important part of this community, and you're a very important person in your life. You don't have enough darker. You don't like. It doesn't take a lot of people coming in buy a darker to just crank that price. I mean, what is that now? Let's check just before we go to bed. Darker and Dye is a really good pair. Darker, Dye, Hex, and Pulse are all good places to check it out. $155 right there. $150 on Pulse X. Got yourself a little deal over there. Round 3, round 4. Very interesting. Usually when a round starts, the price goes down like it did in round 0, 1, and 2. But then the buy bot came around and it's just kind of doing its own thing. It just kind of doesn't give a, it does not care. It gives 0 Fs right there. And you can see right where it starts, right here. So you can see where it's like all choppy and crazy. And then it kind of mellows out here at this little crest, then choppy crazy, and then it sells all the way down to 35 cents, 36 cents. And then you see the buy bot step in here and just start smoothing a lot of stuff out. Interesting. All right, guys, here we go. Kate Figor, we're heading out with the Void. And we'll love you guys. We'll catch you on the next stream, probably tomorrow. I think you guys might want to run and grab this bistro before it gets posted anywhere else, like Twitter. Just an idea. $1.33. I bet you by the time I wake up, something has happened with that. All right. Love you guys. Have a great night or morning. If you're in a strange part of the world where it's morning right now, how does that even make sense? All right. See you guys.
pops up, the neon starts to glow. Lowercase connection, entering the show. Top right corner where the wallet interacts. Digital contract, tracking down the facts. The ticker symbols blinking on the sidebar screen. The dark is the atmosphere setting the scene. Round one is coming, the season's on the clock. Secure the network, time to lock it in the block. Welcome to the darker matter. Standard rules apply. Load the fuel cells up before the timer passes by. Into the void we will go, where the smart ones play. Minting out the future, trade into the shadows. Watch the ticker climb. Build the data stream. Living on the edge of the cyber grid machine. waiting at the gate, calculating yields while we wait upon the day. Claim the E-dot payouts, tally up the wins. This is where the high stakes strategy begins. They say it's for the small ones, written on the wall. A gamified ecosystem, standing tall. Read the how to play if you wanna know the way. Before you launch the app or end in disarray. Ticks on the countdown, now it's turned to days. The price of darker matter, moving through the haze. Is it an illusion? Is it by design? Watch the smart contract as it aligns. 3, 2, 1. Let the protocol run. Welcome to the darker matter. Standard rules apply. Load the fuel cells up before the timer passes by. Into the void, here we go. Where the smart ones play. Minting out the future. Trade into the shadows. Watch the ticker climb. Feel the data stream. Living on the edge of the cyber criminal machine. Fuel cells